Welcome, and thanks for tuning in to the latest installment of the Driftr Podcast, Flights, Miles, and Abroad, with your hosts, Brandon Boone, Kiera Sandoval, and Brian Fontenelle. Learn how to maximize points, new interesting places to explore, stories from fellow travelers, and get your traveler questions answered from our weekly podcast.
We back. We live.
Hey,
It's back. Driftr
I miss you
Podcast.
guys.
it's lit.
How are you?
Miss y'all too, man. It's been
Hey, everybody.
a long time since
It's
we
been a minute,
recorded the
bruh.
podcast.
We finally back though.
We finally
Life
back.
happens.
2 months
Life
later,
happens.
2, bro. It's been like what, almost 6.
bruh.
been like-
No.
Well,
stop
two
exaggerating.
months since we were supposed to start back.
Oh yeah, yeah. 2 months since then.
Well, it's been about 4 months.
Yeah,
That's all good though.
a lot has
4
happened.
months?
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been since September, I think.
Mhm.
We now at the end of January.
Oh,
That's
my
my grandma would
goodness.
say it. Yeah, a lot's happening in the world today. You know, we've gone to a lot of places.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of the world. We also found out that you cannot take emotionally support peacocks with you on the plane.
Man, what? I thought you could though.
Next thing you know, I'm just going to carry like an emotional support, like unicorn with me on the plane.
You need it.
Yeah, exactly.
So was a unicorn in a cage, or it was just out of a cage?
Nah, the peacock was outside, and the woman was trying to board United Airlines. They wouldn't let her fly with her emotional support peacock.
I thought you could though. Straight up.
Straight up.
So she just brought a peacock in the airport, not in a cage,
Yeah. It
and
didn't.
tried to get on the airport.
Yeah.
Tried to get on the plane.
Yeah.
A peacock.
According to United Airlines, that exotic animals were barred from the plane because they did not meet its guidelines for a number of reasons, including weight and size.
Yeah. And she didn't have it in a cage. If she had her peacock in a cage, I might give her the benefit of the doubt.
Nah,
But
you
if
can't-
It's not in the cage. What can you do?
You can't put a peacock in no cage, bruh.
It might be a baby peacock.
Peacocks gotta be free.
I mean, you might be able to do that.
Gotta be free. They gotta spread their wings, bruh.
So she
gotta
thought
spread
she
my
was
wings,
gonna
too.
like give the peacock like his own seat, because you can't put a peacock under the seat.
Maybe she bought that extra seat. You never know, you know?
I have questions.
Yeah, I have a lot of
Where's the
questions
lady?
today.
Can we find her on Twitter? I need
Right?
to talk
Can
Yeah.
we put it on the podcast for next week?
You bet it.
Say I won't reach out to her.
Well-
I think you should,
say I
Brent.
won't.
Yeah, I ain't going to challenge Brandon because Brandon might actually do
I
that.
slide in them DMs real quick.
her. I think you should, Brandon. Slide in those DMs.
I
Tell her
got
you
y'all.
got something nice for the
Who-
peacock.
The drifter
The
team.
peacock can talk too. Like
ask
we can get the
questions.
peacock a microphone and he can have a conversation with us as well.
You can tell us what's up.
Yeah,
Well-
let's do it.
Well, guys, we're going to tell you what's up because we've missed y'all guys. It's been too long that we haven't been able to talk with y'all. And so going in season 2 of the podcast, we're really excited for everything that we have upcoming for you, really to kind of help you to become the savvy travelers that you are, going all across the world, doing it in style, doing it for the low, and being able to take advantage of cards, points, and other things to be able to make your travel experiences the best that it can. So we're doing a new format of the show for season 2. We hope that you like it and hope it also gets you the points and information across that you're looking for. So to start things off for season 2, we're going to get directly into cards and points, a segment of the show where we talk about your favorite credit cards, redemption strategies, gaining points so that you can use points and miles to be able to afford your next luxury trip, where it's going somewhere out the world, maybe going to some places like Bali, or maybe going to India, or maybe going to whatever your favorite place is. But we want to make sure that you can take advantage of it. So for today, Brandon, Kiwi, and I are going to talk about the Chase Inc. Business Preferred.
Oh yeah, back to Chase.
Back to the Chase card. So Brandon, go ahead and hit it off for us.
So, we'll be talking about the Chase Inc. Preferred. Please keep in mind that this is different from the business cashback card. So the Chase Preferred is a travelers reward card, and right now they offering 80,000 bonus points after you spend 80K.
Bro.
80K.
You know what I can do with 8,000 bucks?
Shoo.
So-
That's been a long time promotion. They've been offering that for
Yeah,
a
that's
while.
what me and Brian just said.
Ever since they actually launched the card, they've had that offer.
Right, so that's pretty good, and it's 80,000 points after you spend $5,000 on purchases in the first 3 months.
Oh, that's not too bad.
So that's about $1,000 and reward travels that you can use in the Ultimate Rewards portal. So there you got it, man. The fee's only $95, and it's a really good card. If you're not at Chase 524, we highly recommend you get this. Right?
Yeah.
We talked about that some last season. So if you haven't listened last season, yeah, go listen to it. You know what 524 is.
Yeah. Well, we'll go ahead and give you the refresher too for those.
Don't do it. Nah, I just playing.
Nah, Brain wants you to go back and listen to season 1. I do too. 524, 5 cards, 24 months. We'll talk a bit more about it in season 1. But yeah, getting into redemption strategies, like Brandon said, it's a really good card. So when we talk about how you can maximize your expenses, we're always big on get your credit cards based on the places where you spend. So let's talk about redemption categories for this card. You get 3x points on every dollar for the first 150K.
Ooh.
Yeah, we know y'all ballers out there.
Oh, wait, on every single dollar?
Every single dollar.
Every dollar.
Interesting.
Dollar.
Get like 450,000 points on your first 150K. Go ahead and rack it up. The first 3x points categories include travel. So travel on Chase, as we've talked about many, many times, is very, very expansive. So you can include things like toll roads. You can include things like Uber. You can include things like hotels. You can include things like the airlines. Like all those things contribute to the category of travel. Paying parking tickets. Don't lie, y'all. I know y'all got some warnings out there. So when you pay your parking ticket, make sure you pay it on this card.
Straight up.
No, I'm playing. Partially. But other things that are inclusive of the 3X category are shipping purchases. So anything like FedEx, UPS, USPS, any of those shipping. So if you happen to have an Amazon business and you're spending a lot of things on shipping, selling products online, selling, hair. Yeah, I said hair. I know y'all be selling all kind of weird stuff at home. I've seen y'all's businesses.
Gotta get it.
Just kidding. Get your money any ways possible. Multiple income streams always. But any of those shipping charges that you have, you want to put on this card. Internet, cable, and phone services. So we're talking about like AT&T, Verizon. If you pay for internet at home, you pay for cable services to watch TV, Time Warner, Comcast, you name it. And then also phone services. So you sell your phone services. AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, T-Mobile, Boost, Cricket. Look, we don't judge.
Metro PCS.
Metro PCS.
Right.
However you're paying for your phone, get your points for it. And last but not least, the 3X category is advertising purchases on social media. So if you happen to run a business that does a lot of social media campaigns, you're spending them on Facebook ads, Twitter cards, Twitter ads. You're also doing Instagram ads, YouTube video ads. Make sure that you're using this card so you can maximize your points. Now, if you're not spending in those top 3 those categories that I mentioned, you're getting at least 1x points on everything else that you spend. So it's a good way for you to earn a lot of quick points if you have some categories that you can really maximize on, especially like with travel. It would be a good card for travel, for business travel purchases. Also, another thing to keep in mind, this is a business card. So any revolving credit lines that you have with this card do not affect your own personal credit. Meaning, if you have a large expense that you need to make, put it on this card and it won't affect your credit utilization, which means that it'll help you apply in other cards. So basically, you're like hiding your debt, which is good when you're dating. Just kidding.
Really?
No, I'm not playing.
Wow.
I'm playing.
He knows. He
I
knows
don't
the
know.
deal.
I don't. But no, if you're really if you're getting ready to buy a house or some other things, a business credit card is a great way for you to kind of hide any kind of like expenses. It helps you to keep down your credit utilization ratio because the credit that is spent on a business credit card does not show up on your personal credit, as I mentioned. When you're redeeming some of your points made on this card, 25% more points through the Chase United portal. So, for instance, if you had 80,000 points, you got $1,000 worth of travel. I'm like, yeah. One-on-one transfer to a lot of different programs.
Clutch.
And there are all kind of other things like cashback and other things that you can experiment with if you decide you want to.
So it sounds like a really, really dope card. Like, definitely need to add that in your arsenal. Once again, if you're not at Chase 524, and please keep in mind also that just because it's a business card don't mean you actually have to have a business to get it. So don't let that scare you from getting this card. Pretty much anybody can get it. You just got to know how to apply for it.
Exactly. So your Social Security number makes you into a business. And a lot of people get business credit cards really for auditing or accountant auditing purposes. So if you have like an online blog and you want to track your expenses for just the blog, you get a credit card, business credit card, use your Social Security number, which makes you a sole proprietorship. Instantly, you're able to apply for business credit.
Exactly.
So, I mean, it's very kind of like broad when you think of the term business.
Right. It don't have to be like a established business like Walmart or, a startup. You can be just a sole proprietor and use your Social Security number like Brian mentioned.
Okay, so I have a question. So, if you go on the Chase website and you sign up for the business card, the Ink business card, you put let's say you have a blogging company, Kiwi's blogging company. So I put Kiwi's blogging company as the company name, and then I can use my personal social security number as the tax ID number for the card.
That's correct.
Yep.
And then when I get approved for the card, everything I purchase will not be tied to my credit line, my personal credit line.
Correct. So let me go a little bit more in depth in it. You are responsible for the charges that are made on that card.
Yes.
So, but when it comes to your actual personal credit report, it will not show up on your credit report.
Oh, I like that idea.
She about to go buy like $3,000 worth of shoes.
No, because you guys know I'm trying to buy a house, so I have to meet with my mortgage person tomorrow, and she's like, "You can't get any new credit cards," and that's making me upset. So,
but you can get more. You can get new business credit cards,
right?
And then do a balance transfer. So if you never need to get your credit utilization down to a certain level for applying for other credit cards or buying a house, you just move the credit to your business cards, and it kind of disappears.
Bam! Look, that man knows what he's talking about.
Wow, I'm about to send you the Cash App for that.
Right. Come on now.
Yeah, I take all apps, cash, PayPal, Venmo. I don't discriminate.
We accept tips.
Yeah, we accept tips. Apple Pay as a recent.
And also another thing to point out on a business application is the because they ask for business income, right?
Right.
So for that, you can put your regular salary for it. You don't have to you don't have to be profitable in your business to enter that field. So if you make $40,000 a year and $0 from your business, you can put $40,000 because that's what you make.
And the good thing is they separate it, so they look at it as a combined income. So they understand that it may be like a part-time business, so that you can have a business income that's lower than your actual total income. And they look at both those things combined. So don't be afraid. Also,
bam.
I might have to apply to that tomorrow.
Yeah, it's definitely a good card, but it's also good practice to have with your business cards.
Right.
So that's the good thing if like you're buying a house and looking for other things. It's a great way for you to still amass points and take advantage of opportunities for you to keep your credit utilization low. So
there you got it. As Brian would say, get those points.
Get your points, y'all.
Yes.
Secure all the points. All of
They've
them.
been working out for me.
Look,
secure
secure the points. Hashtag that.
Yeah.
Secure the points.
Y'all securing the bag. We're trying to secure the points with the bag.
Hey.
Get it all together. Package deal.
Every week, the Driftr Podcast features dialogue and stories from our travel community. Real stories from real travelers. If you want to join our travel community, please visit signup.driftertravels.com. Have a question about the podcast? Want to submit a question of the day or a topic for consideration? Send an email to podcastinquiry@driftertravels.com. We would love to connect with you.
All right, so we talked about the Chase Ink Business Preferred Card, giving you strategies on how you can use business credit cards as a way of reaching your maximizing of all the points that you need for traveling, but also how you can utilize it to help you to maintain a good credit. So now, the next piece in the show that we're going to go to is we're about to take a trip. We're going to go around the world as we did in season 1. But in season 2, we're going to check out some new places. And in fact, it's some places that we have some personal experience that we can really tell you a good story about. So to start things off today, Snack Attack, where are we headed to?
So we're going to go to the fabulous cold city of Reykjavik in Iceland.
Reykjavik.
And Brian and Brandon and myself actually had the pleasure to visit Reykjavik earlier this month with about 27 other people, and we had a great time.
Oh yeah.
So what we want to do is we just want to talk a few minutes about what happened in Iceland and just give you a few quick pointers during this talk. So the first thing on my list to talk about, guys, was how expensive Reykjavik was. I heard and read online that it was expensive, but I just had to see it for myself. So what stood out the most was the food was very, very expensive.
Ooh, Lord.
So We paid Brandon when we went to the
fast food
place.
burger place.
So I reconciled my credit cards this week. I reconciled my credit card, and I bought a cheeseburger and French fries. I didn't get anything to drink, and it was $23.
Oh Lord!
For a cheeseburger and French fries.
And a fast food cheeseburger.
It was a fast food. It was like
not gourmet.
Yeah.
Not Kobe. Nah, none
right.
of that.
It was like Burger King. And then we actually found a place, like a French fry place. You know, fries are very, very big in Europe. They were called Reykjavik fries, and the owner was a Nigerian guy, so we ate there frequently. And a large French fry was $16 with 2 extra sauces.
Jeez.
So it's a pretty expensive place. When we were in the airport, when we were leaving, Brian and I were talking about this. We went to the gift shop, and I bought like just small little trinkets, like a sticker and a magnet, and I bought like 2 little necklaces and like 3 other little small things, keychains and stuff like that. It was like $85. So it's an expensive city, and I read it's an expensive city due to all the tourism, so all the prices have just inflated. However, we had a really, really good time. So, and I think that the 3 of us were able to bond with each other, with the other people there, but there. So, the next thing on my list, I think for me was a highlight of the trip, the Blue Lagoon. I don't know about you guys.
Oh yeah.
Was that a highlight?
Hands down.
Yes. So number 2 on my list, you absolutely have to go to the Blue Lagoon. It is a must. Like, you can deal with the food. You know, you might not eat as much as you want, but you got to go to the Blue Lagoon. And actually, the Blue Lagoon, the price that we paid was very reasonable, I thought. We paid like $120, but we got a nice coach bus ride. It was about a 45-minute ride. We got express line service. We got a towel. We got to enter into the lagoon. We actually got a drink, and we got access to facial scrubs, 2 different facial scrubs. But I think the highlight of the trip was we got there early in the morning. Remember, guys, it was like pitch black outside. It was like 8 o'clock in the morning.
6:30 in the morning.
We left 6:30 in the morning. But we got there about 8, and it was still dark outside. And when you get in the lagoon, it's just like kind of black. It's like you're out there in the nighttime. And you're just sitting out there, and the steam is coming off the water, and it's just warm water. And then as you're just hanging out in the Blue Lagoon, getting a drink, getting your facial scrub and everything like that, the sun starts coming up. And then you start to see everything. You see how blue the water is, and you see the steam coming off the water, and you see the rocks and the volcano or whatever, the mountain or whatever it is behind us. And it's just really, really nice scenery. And as you walk around more in the Blue Lagoon, the water's warmer and warmer and warmer. And I think our experience was a little unique because we got to experience every element while we were out there. It was snowing while we were in the Blue Lagoon. It rained while we were in the Blue Lagoon. It was sleeting. It was hailing. So we just had a really good time. And with the group of people that we were with Dev and Khalil and April and Charles and Whit and everybody, we had a really, really good time. So we went with like 30 people.
30 damn black people.
Everybody had a good time. So that was
out.
number 2. The next thing is on my list is we took advantage of the grocery stores. So because the food was very expensive, we went to the grocery store and bought a lot of groceries. And I thought the grocery store was very, very affordable. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah,
we didn't spend that much money.
Everything else wasn't that bad.
Extremely affordable. It was like, it's like the weirdest thing. You would think the food would be really expensive in the grocery store, but it was like very, very affordable. Yeah. I think we probably bought like a day or 2 of food for like maybe $100. Maybe, would you say? $100, $115 at the most.
Yeah, $150.
And we
definitely.
just cooked. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even that much, and we just cooked. So our suggestion would be go to the grocery store. If you're staying downtown where we were, there was a big one around the corner, and they have everything in there that you need. If you're staying in an Airbnb, probably check the cabinets first because they may have like oil and salt and pepper and stuff like that, so you don't have to buy all that. The next thing on my list would be to plan your Northern Lights tour for like the first day that you get there, because the tours go out based on the weather. So if you're there for 5 days and you wait to the 4th day to go out, the weather conditions may be bad that day and you'll miss the Northern Lights. So we actually we had our tour planned the first night we were there, and we did go out, and technically we saw the the Northern Lights, but you couldn't see it with your eye. Technically, Brian got it on his camera. So everyone with the fancy camera was able to see the Northern Lights once you took a picture, but you couldn't see it with your eye. So the thing is, we could go out again with our ticket, but the next day the weather conditions were bad, and then on Sunday the weather conditions were bad as well. So we got lucky that we went out on Friday and were able to experience that. The other thing about the Northern Lights is it's cold. So you need to make sure that you are dressed appropriately. Ski pants, snow boots, hat, scarf, an appropriate coat. Like you can't go out there in just jeans and think you're going to be okay because it's freezing. Because all you're doing is basically standing outside and looking stargazing.
Don't say it like that.
Well, no, you are. I mean, you know, you kind of like stargazing, so you gotta be dressed. The last thing that I have on my list to talk about are just have alternate plans for your tours that you may book. Like I said, on Sunday we had like I'm not gonna call it a blizzard. It snowed very heavily while we were there.
One.
Yeah, it could have been. It really could have been.
Yeah, it could have been, but not quite. But a lot of people had different tours scheduled, like snowmobiling and the geysers and the tectonic plates and et cetera, a Northern Lights tour. And a lot of people couldn't go on their tours because of the weather, because of the snow and the icy conditions and the snowy conditions. So you want to make sure that you have alternate plans in place just in case you go there and it's snowy outside and it's cold or the weather conditions don't allow you to go out. You want to make sure you have something else in place because then you don't want to find yourself not having anything to do or trying to run around and figure out, you know, what you're going to do with your day since everything that you had planned for the day was canceled. Because a lot of those tours, the snowmobiling, the geysers, tectonics, it's like a 6-hour to 10-hour day. So your whole day is planned. And if everything is canceled, then you find yourself with the whole day with nothing to do.
All this extra time.
Yeah, so we didn't plan anything that day. So we spent our day, we just kind of slept in because we were out late the night before. And then we just went to the church. I forgot the name of the church. You guys remember the name of the church?
I can't say it. It starts with an H.
So there's a church you can go to, and they have awesome views of the city. And then we went to Cafe Haiti. We finally found it after walking around halfway around the city. We went and hung out at Cafe Haiti, and then we walked around some other places and just kind of hung out in the city, and we had a good time. So, but overall, Reykjavik is a beautiful city. We had a really good time. It kind of reminded me of Christmas time, like with the snow and the trees and everything like that. The people were really nice. We had a lot of stuff to do. I think everybody had a really good time. And the only thing is just a little expensive, but if you prepare in advance and you know what to expect, then it'll be okay. What about you guys?
It was lit. Straight up.
That's all she wrote.
Like, there's no other words to describe it.
But
Would you guys suggest to other people to go?
Oh,
definitely.
Yeah. Just had that.
Have that reindeer soup and fermented shark.
Yeah.
Straight
Oh,
up.
yeah. That was the other thing about the food. So if you're going there and you want, like, you know, steak and all these like fancy dinners, probably not going to get that, but you can definitely get reindeer soup and fermented shark and puffin sandwich. And I can't believe they sell puffin. That's just mean. Those are like endangered birds.
Really?
And they're like cute little birds. Yeah, so
I'm not cute, but when you're hungry, I mean.
no,
what you
I'll
gotta
just go to
do.
Reykjavik Fries and pay $16 and eat
Yeah.
Reykjavik Fries. Oh, they do have a Chinese restaurant there, of course.
That was
So
kind of
you go,
lit.
they had some good pepper steak or beef and broccoli or whatever it was, and they do have chicken wings for what was it, $16 for like 5 pieces.
Man, that's more like $20.
Everything
It
was.
was like $60
everything was
for like 5
$20.
pieces.
So basically,
was
like
good.
imagine like that the 2-piece on Tuesdays for like Popeyes, like times 2, and then just add like $20 more to it. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It was expensive.
So what we pretty much did was we probably went out like once a day and got something out, but we cooked. Like Khalil and I were in the kitchen cooking breakfast.
Mama
and dinner.
Kiwi.
So
Right.
yeah, so we
Chef
did a lot.
Khalil was good.
Chef Khalil did his thing, man.
Yes.
Killed it.
So Reykjavik is dope. We had a good time. I highly recommend going. Gotta hit the Blue Lagoon. Gotta see your Northern Lights. You should definitely book a snowmobiling or tectonic tour. Go see the other museums in the area. That's it.
Wreck a bitch.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and they get lit at nighttime. We had a
Oh,
good time.
yeah.
We went out at 1 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning, and it was
Pre-kid was
crazy.
lit.
Yeah, they had like a.
Yeah.
They play hip hop.
trap.
They love hip hop out there. Yeah.
Like hip hop is like the universal language. No matter like what country you go to, you can find a hip hop club somewhere.
Real talk.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. Like
Yeah. Remember that the girl was like, "Follow me. I'm gonna take you to this underground club." And we were like,
Mhm.
"Okay."
Right.
And she like took us to like this hip hop spot, and it was like all these blonde girls like dancing to trap music. I was like, "Wow, interesting." Okay. And it
Real
was like
stuff.
4 a.m.
yeah,
So.
ain't no telling what you might find.
Yep. So that's it on Reykjavik, guys.
let us know if you visit or if you've already been, and we want to hear your story.
Yeah, definitely.
And share your pictures with us. Driftr
Yes.
Travels, tag us.
Yes, make sure to use Driftr Travels in any kind of IG, Twitter photos, and share your pictures with us so we can share the litness of Reykjavik, Iceland. Am I saying it right? Like I ain't never asked nobody. I ain't gonna try to like do the Alibaba one we did in season 1. Yeah, that was. All right. Thanks to Snack Attack, we've gone to Reykjavik, Iceland, and reminisced on the great Lithuanian that we had. But more importantly, just sharing with y'all some tips and tricks on how to really make Iceland a great part of your travel experiences. So we hope that you'll go and buy your tickets, because I think I saw last week or early today, it's like $396 round trip from Dallas, Texas. So
Yeah, there's been a lot of sales.
a lot of
since
sales
we got back.
to Iceland. You definitely got to check it out. Have a good time. Go out with some friends. Get like 30 random black people together. There's 30
There you
people
go.
in period. But definitely do it. It's worth the trip. So now the last part of our show is going to go now into your favorite part, which is the open discussion, where we discuss items and things that you're really interested in as a savvy traveler. And usually during this roundtable, we give our own takes and views towards things that you may always want to know. So for season 2 to start off, our open discussion is going to focus on something that can be near and dear to many people's hearts. And it's at what point do you buy tickets for your love interest? Tough one.
You want me to start?
Yes,
I can
please.
start. So, in my opinion, as a single gal, I think that if you're if you meet a guy and he lives in another city, like you meet a guy in Reykjavik and he's from Miami, you live in DC, and you guys talk when you get back home and you guys want to see each other. I think that as a lady, if you're like, there's no titles or anything like that, offer to buy your own ticket. Don't expect him to buy the ticket. That's my opinion. And
It's your
generally,
opinion.
if you buy your ticket, when you get there, they generally take care of everything else for you. Like if you stay with them or if you get an Airbnb or something like that, they'll take care of everything else. So you showed like you put your money into, I really want to see you, and so you buy your ticket. You show your interest by buying your ticket, but then they also show their interest on the other hand by taking care of everything once you get there. That's just my opinion. I don't really think it's realistic to like talk to somebody for like a couple weeks and then like expect them to drop $300-$400 on your plane ticket and then pay for everything else when you get there. That's a lot.
Woo. Lay it on
It's my
thick.
opinion. It's
That's
my
her
opinion.
opinion, y'all.
Brian.
I'm
Her
single though,
opinion.
so I'm single, so. So what do you think, Brian?
What do I think? I think cheese on my eggs are great.
Not with that code.
Yeah, not that
Right.
cold either. But nah, so despite outside of my cold voice, what point do you buy tickets for your love interest? So me being a guy, if this is my opinion, y'all. So me pursuing a girl in another city, and if there's somebody that I'm interested in, I'm gonna first go check my American Express points count to see how many points I have.
Oh, no. Definitely not spending no points. Not happening. But go ahead. Sorry.
I'm gonna check to see how many
Not my
American
business.
Express points I have. I'm gonna check to see whenever the cheapest time is to fly to that city, and I'm going to fly out there, and I will get my own hotel, so that there's no kind of discussion if there's no funny business. So if I'm booking my flight in my hotel or Airbnb because I'm trying to save money, in this case, it's me showing, hey, I'm showing that I have an interest in you. I'm interested in seeing like something with us, and seeing like where this can possibly go. And so even though like me going to another city, I would want to plan everything to show that I'm taking effort, initiative. Because I've always felt like guys should make the first move if they're really interested in somebody. Now, and the vice versa, if there's a woman that would be interested in me and you know, she wanted, then I would probably try to meet her halfway. So maybe it's like, you know, me going half on the ticket and she covering the other half. So it's like, hey, we're both meeting each other half a way or a whole way. When it comes to like housing, I still feel like it'd be better for us not to be in the same place that first weekend.
I can agree with that. I mean, I can agree with the hotel part or the housing part.
Yeah, so we actually take the time to like get to know each other.
That's real.
With no like funny business.
None of that funny stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
That's just my opinion, y'all. Because I believe in doing things kind of old fashioned. Chivalry ain't gonna be dead because I ain't gonna let it. So.
So what if a woman, Brian, says, hey, I'm going to buy my ticket to come see you in Texas. Are you cool with that? Are you going to let her do that?
I'm cool with that. But if she came here, then I would make sure to like plan out some fun activities for us to do. I would cover that cost because I feel like we're going halfway.
Could she stay in your mansion?
Not that first weekend, no. No.
So what if you meet a girl and she says, hey, I want to see you. And you're like, yeah, I want to hang out too. And she's like, well, when are you going to buy me a ticket? Are you going to buy, well, you know, can you buy my ticket? So what do you say to that?
You got it.
Hit my soul.
See, that's why.
It hit my soul.
That's why I'm going to buy my own ticket.
Go ahead and slide out some of those Bitcoins for that plane ticket.
Okay, first of all, we ain't touching those. That's longevity money right there. That's that long money.
I'm not allowed to talk about Bitcoin. So.
If a woman asks me that, I kind of have to look and I have to assess the situation at that point. Be like, all right, where's my interest with this woman? Because it's a forward ask, but it could be taken the wrong way, but also be taken the good way. Like, there are people out there who are hustling flights. I know somebody who went to go visit a friend in another country, and the guy paid the ticket, and they were just friends, but there was some funny business that went on. I'm like,
that's friends with benefits.
Yeah. So, I mean, me being the guy I am, I'm not trying to finesse like that. So, that wouldn't be my MO.
Yeah, I'm just not asking anybody, and I'm not even going to say a man. I'm just not asking anybody, can you buy my ticket to come see you? I'm not doing that. So it doesn't matter if it's my friend or a guy that I'm interested in. So.
I mean, I may offer it, but you know, you asking will make me feel some type of way.
Right, like I'm not going to ask anyone, but I want to find out what the married man has to say over there.
Who? Nah, I don't. I've been out
Brand, like I don't buy tickets.
Right,
I get buddy passes.
I've been out the game too long, so back in my heyday.
Well, you have a sister or a brother or sister-in-law,
right.
brother.
I mean,
so what would you say to them?
I mean, like I was saying, I don't know. Back in my heyday, it wouldn't be none of that. Like, I'm not buying your ticket and stuff if we just met. And my family, how my family works, we cheat. Like, we tight with our money, so it's none of that. Like, nah.
Okay, so
you have to
she
pay
said,
your own way.
I want to come see you. I'm gonna buy a ticket. I'm coming to Austin.
Right.
Are you cool with that?
Yeah, that's cool. I'll plan some stuff out. I mean, it just be like dating, really. Like, I pay for like the activities and stuff. I'm not paying for like your flight and your hotel and stuff. Nah.
Gotcha.
Nah, you on your own. Straight up. Nah, we don't get down like that on our side. So
a friend of mine asked this question on Instagram or somewhere, and that's why I brought it up to you guys, because it became a hot topic of discussion. You know, so of course there were both sides of the argument. Well, if he's interested, and he's a man, he want to buy a ticket, he should buy my ticket. And of course there's people that, you know, on the opposite side, like, no, let him come see you, or no, you need to buy your own ticket. But I just think, like what Brian said, it just is very forward when a woman asks a man, are you going to buy my ticket, or when are you buying my ticket? So I think it kind of just rubs people the wrong way. Most people, not everyone.
But if that guy invites her out, isn't that different? Like, if I be like, hey, Kiara, come see me in Austin. Man, that means
so that's a very good point, Brandon. So I think that's how it started with my friend. So I think he was like, hey, you should come see me. And she was like, okay, when are you going to buy my flight? And he was like, whoa, wait a minute, I'm not buying any flights. However, if you buy your flight, I'm going to take care of everything when you get here. So she was like, you're inviting me, then you need to be buying my ticket.
Yeah, that's touchy.
Yeah, I'm always feel like if you're a guy and you initiate whoever initiates the offer has like a financial responsibility.
Right.
So
And it depends how you say it too. Like,
Right.
in that instance, it's like, hey, when you coming to see me, I probably been like, you buy my ticket too. So
I mean,
So
I
guys,
could-
be careful.
yeah, be careful what you say.
Shoot,
I mean,
yeah,
but
but
it's
you
like-
gotta be careful.
I feel like if I invite you, you can buy your ticket, but I gotta cover. I at least gotta cover everything else. Like my thing is, if I invited you, I gotta put in some skin in the game, like playing some stuff, got some stuff, like we're gonna meet each other some way halfway, and so it's not like all sheltered under one.
Right.
Just saying.
But of course, there were people that were like, "No, you need to buy my ticket and take care of everything." And I was like, "I don't know what freeloading bus you were on."
Right?
But
Nah.
Skirt.
it's a little bit
no,
too much.
Mm-mm.
Right. So
That's a little much. A little bit too much.
it's always kind of like awkward when you meet. Those are kind of like awkward situations where you meet a new person and they live in another city. So it's like, yeah, I want to see you, I want to hang out with you, but it's just like, Now as a man, you're like, you're a little apprehensive about saying I want to see you or come see me, because then you feel like you're on the hook for buying a ticket.
Right.
Yeah, and I've seen what happens when you buy people drinks. That's all it told me that need to know when you buy people flights.
Right.
I'm totally confusion right now, but I'm gonna leave that alone. And I say confusion on purpose, so everybody knows it's an inside joke. I'm totally confused, but okay, I'll ask questions later.
I'm just saying, like, you see the way people buy drinks and what happens. Like, imagine you buy that flight.
True.
Okay, guys. Well, episode 1, season 2.
Episode 1, season 2, taking a turn. Well, guys, it's been cool kicking it with y'all. We've missed y'all so much. We're looking forward to everything we have for season 2. If you haven't listened to season 1, go back and play us. Like, all the season 1 episodes got some very dope content, a lot of knowledge and information out there. So on your rides to work, or you got some free time on the weekend, or your favorite season just ended on Netflix because you watched all the episodes in one weekend, you can listen to our podcast.
Right. Straight up.
So make sure to tune in, tell your friends, make sure to visit us, check out the Driftr Travels website, join us in the Driftr Travels Slack community so we can chat with you, share with you the deals, and give you some more tips and insights that we don't talk about on the podcast. But until that time, it's been cool kicking with y'all. It's been one of your co-hosts, Brian Fontenot.
Brandon Boone.
And Kiera Sandoval.
Peace till next week.
Bye, guys.
Brandon never does the outro.
Peace.
There you go. Season 2, new things.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Driftr Podcast, Flights, Miles, and Abroad. Enjoyed the show? Make sure you review us on iTunes. Share the podcast on social media with your friends, family, and fellow travelers. Want to be featured on our podcast or have a question about travel you need answered? Visit driftertravels.com/podcast to learn more and to be a part of our show. Be on the lookout for our next episode. Until next time, Driftr family, travel safe.